Hey friends, I hope you're doing fantastic. On this occasion, I've decided to talk about five, a foul probably too, five powerful habits that will make you productive even in an old ripe age. And it sounds like a clickbait, so I'm not a big fan of clickbaits or clickbait titles. I just wanted to give you something that I really believe I've been using for a while and it had helped me to be strong in my own shoes. So let's just go right into it. I feel like the challenge is that how often we wake up in the morning and we feel sluggish and we shove immediately the cup of coffee in instead of giving our body the time to wake up, like, 1, 2 hours later to follow our circadian rhythm. And also, we jump straight away into an email. So taking time to invest in yourself right in the morning will, believe it or not, make you, but also the world better. Because when you're better, the world will be better. I know that sounds a little bit out there, but after waking up, taking a couple deep breaths, it's generally has a tremendous healthy effect to refuel your body with oxygen. And I do it actually as well with or through the means of holding breath holds. You might heard of that to kind of wake up my body. So it's a little lazy way to wake up my body. So you can also study a little bit the free diving and apnea breath hold, and it's again a little bit out there, but those are some modern techniques that can help you. Imagine, especially if you think you're 80, 90 years old and there's not so much to do, like wake up, check your email. You probably worked, in your 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, and you are now enjoying. And I feel this is exactly what you need to start doing now, so that when you're 80, when you're 90, your mind is sharp. Again, the question is whether you want to, live that old. Maybe you want to live only until your 70s or 80s, but even then, it's about equality, right? It's not about a quantity. It's about how well you live, that you don't have Alzheimer, that you can walk, you can jump, you can travel, see countries. How cool that would be when you're at that age and you can visit countries, you can meet new people, you can teach others, you can inspire others, and you can learn from others, and especially have your mind sharp. So that means also you need to start investing in your healthy habits when you're in your 20s, 30s, and it has to do a lot with your consistency. So let's get right into it. I want you guys to do some sweaty exercise the first thing in the morning, and it wouldn't be good if I tell you to do something I don't do. So when I wake up, science shows that sweaty exercise can be a great, mood booster. Exercise can be actually quite easy because you don't need weights. You can do it with your body. You can do freeletics. You can, generally from my experience also, because I spent a lot on the field as an athlete and even competing in man physique. 3 4 times can be ideal. If you want to really go more towards the extreme better looking body, then I would say do a little bit more. But also, just like I learned the hard way, if you stretch or if you push the body but don't stretch the muscle, you can hurt yourself more easier. So include some stretching, and keep building muscle. That's, in my opinion, the most important thing, because that keeps you healthy in a young age as well, lack of injuries, etc. The beauty is that you can use app. I don't have my phone around me, which is probably good. Like Center, the app that Chris Hemsworth helped to co-create, and you can exercise from the comfort of your home. So many of you like to go to the gym, or some of the friends go there because of the social factor. Just like my friend now sign up for the High Rock competition, which is some type of equivalent of, um, you know, com- a lot of weights, a lot of freestyle kind of training, a little bit like CrossFit, I would say. But you can also follow some YouTube routine, etc. Second piece I want to give you guys that I do as well is drink the green juice. I try to really limit the amount of sugar, which I mean fruit in this case, in the morning. So I usually drink pure celery juice, and as some of you might, I can totally see, because I juice, also for my partner, and I see her face every morning. And even after the, now 2 3 years we do it, I still know she struggles. And depending on the season, the celery And the type of country you have it from, it can be very bitter. So the thing is, often bitter and green juices are very good for your body. So it has a lot of nutrients. It also doesn't cause the blood spikes that you want to limit in the morning or generally throughout the day as well. So if you eat, and it's a little bit out there, but if you want to learn a little bit more about it and listen to the How to Eat with Glucose goddess Jessie Ishauspe, I hope I'm not butchering her surname. It's a podcast my spouse recommended to me, and she was on episode with Simon Sinek. So just look for her again, How to Eat with Glucose. She recommends pretty much eating greens before any, whether when you're in a restaurant, to have a salad before you have carbs, so you don't have the blood spike. So it's healthier also to age. So again, a little bit out there, but I have to say I've tried a lot of stuff, and I kind of without knowing, and then I heard about this, and that's again where having some type of, if you have breakfast, which I usually don't, then I just have a green juice, which it's not really filling, but generally there is an offset when I have lunch, maybe around 12 or 1, so the blood spike is not so big. Third habit I want to give you guys is listen and read something positive. When you wake up in the morning, one thing that I do is, listening to some mindfulness exercise or do some couple of deep breath when I walk. I listen usually to a 10-minute, 20-minute podcast to fuel my brain to think about, okay, how do I want to be today? How do I want to feel? Because often I'm tired, right? I am maybe still underslept, or maybe I had a heavy week or heavy weekend, and then I know I need to be in an optimal state of mind. And mindset often dictates how we feel. There is something I want to read up to you, just to inspire you a little bit from the Daily Stoic. So, Daily Stoic is for me the ancient philosophers from Asian realm that I try to feed my brain every day, or mostly. And it's a great reminder about resilience. It's a great reminder about taking life less seriously, work on things that matter. So I'm going to really read you one passage from August 11, and it's called No Time for Theories, Just Results. There is no time for cheap logic over whether our theories are correct. We are dealing with the natural world here. What matters is how you will deal with this situation right in front of you, and whether you will be able to move past it and on to the next one. That's not to say anything goes, but we can't forget that although theories are clean and straightforward, situations rarely are. So remember, things are hard out there. Just like I say sometimes, when you knock on the door of opportunity, hard work is what answers. And often the meetings, the situations don't go as we plan. So we get angry, we get bitter, we get disappointed. So that's why I'm gonna a little bit remind you it's important to stay focused. The kind of last two I want to tell you guys is the one important one, and maybe a really pick your pen and paper and write this down. I want you to have regular time out. If you're an athlete, just like I was, and I still am, I see you as well as an athlete. You need to in the morning to review goals. You need to review to measure how you're doing, ask some questions, ask in the evening how you've been, what you've done, with a clear mind. And I tend to find that morning is brilliant for this. Also, I started journaling when I was a teenager, and the thing is, really, in the morning the mind is so sensitive, and you can really feed it. When you feed it with the right things, you can immediately feel the impact. So if you focus on your goals in the morning, the mind is hungry and will try to go after it. But if you feed your body, if you feed your mind, and especially you've done it after the exercise, you will feel different. You will feel your mind, even your body is happy and it's ready to serve you right. And the thing is, often our closets and we have a lot of projects in our closets that we never threw out, and it's weighing on our mind. So I would encourage you, look over the things that you once wanted to do and never kind of said goodbye. Learn to let go of things. It's a big area for me, because I like to, and usually some friends who know me, they always say, so what project are you doing now? So you need a clear mind for it. And that's sometimes in the morning when you exercise, you're brave and I have a reminder on my phone, which goes off every probably, every day around 5 p.m. Be gutsy, and it reminds me to be bold, and that means also sometimes small things, right? Like reminding myself to let go of something and things I want to accomplish in life, that it is like a breeze, that it's not a struggle and a hustle, which obviously sometimes can be, but I can go through the process with decency and with smile on my face. So for that, also taking time out for me, and I did another episode about it recently. It's spend time with family, friend, go to a festival, disconnect, go for a massage. I try to do this every week because tension multiplies, and when you release tension often, you will feel way better. And the last one I want to give you, and that's probably also one of the most important thing, is laugh and have fun. With many daily obligations and continuity of projects, we rarely laugh and relax. And just like this little bit is for me a casual activity, which I know can be better, which I know that I could improve, but I know that my brain thrives on novelty and experiences. And when I'm putting this content out there for you, I feel like I'm doing something that matters, and we are creatures of habit, and therefore having these things scheduled, knowing that go to the museum, to a restaurant, or visit a new country, it's not something you always want to do, even when it's planned, but it's there and you already booked a ticket and you go. And often it was with me like that, especially around travel, where I really, even on vacation, just felt uncomfortable and I wanted to work. So as much as you work, my friends, please remember, enjoy what you're doing. Not Don't do something you don't like. Again, it's easier to be said than done, because sometimes we take a job because we need to pay the bills. But as you go and grow older and go along your path, try to find things that really you enjoy. Set up regular reminders to laugh, watch some movie that you enjoy on the weekend, or even sometimes go and think about your age, back then, and your how you were as a kid, laughing and carefree. Try generally, and that's what I try to remind you with each episode. Try to implement it every day. What have you learned? Where is there room for improvement? And where can you build a new habit? Maybe you need a motivation. This is often the case for me. I need to listen to motivation, because I feel otherwise I'm, what am I doing? I am not at my, productive best. I don't want to record content. But when I do it, it can help. So again, please go out there, be smart with your time, be smart with how you put yourself out there, and really enjoy your life. So until the next time, my friends, stay awesome and be like